Hi and welcome. My name is Nicola and in this video I'm going to be talking about what to do if you have a long distance relationship at the moment and maybe the passion is not how it used to be, the connection is strained and you're feeling perhaps jealous, insecure, left out, unloved. All of these things can compound and create more distance and more stress on the relationship. So I'm going to give you some tips on what to do to make your long distance relationship really special. So the first thing is to look at the emotional connection, being there for each other. In order to keep the conversation alive, the connection alive, you need to be talking about your day-to-day activities and the things that are happening in your day-to-day life. Often we can think, well, it's boring to share about my work, it's just work. Well, all I did today was work and go to the supermarket. Why would I want to share about that? But the truth is, you have so many other thoughts than that. The average person has over 70,000 thoughts a day. So even though you may think, well, these things aren't really that interesting or this is boring, sharing the small things is what really keeps that connection alive. Maybe you went to the supermarket and you saw someone and they reminded you of something funny or someone else and then you thought about this. Maybe you just want to share that you couldn't believe the price of something or that this happened at work, or in your lunchtime you were searching the internet and then you found out about this. There is actually, if we break it down to the small details, lots of things that happen in our day. Or maybe we felt stressed or hurt or annoyed or overwhelmed by something. Sharing your emotions, sharing your day-to-day is what helps that connection. If you just say, yeah, the day was fine, yeah, it was just work, then I went to the supermarket, had dinner, that's it, went to bed. Like, it's not going to give your partner anything to ask you questions on, it's not really going to help you engage. So share everything. Just start talking. And if you can't find anything interesting or you don't have anything to share on that day, then just start talking about new things. Perhaps in your lunch break if you're working or sometime throughout the day, go on the internet, learn something, read something, spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, finding something interesting to bring up in the conversation. Talk about goals, dreams, plans, your future. Talk about anything that you find interesting, whether it's astrology or new technology, or what's going on in another part of the world. Listen to the radio. Talk about some things that perhaps came up on the radio. It's your responsibility to keep that emotional connection alive by being there with each other and also just talking and communicating, keeping that communication flowing. So that's the first part. If you don't put any effort into it, if you don't put any energy into it, of course it's just going to over time just be like, well, I don't even want to speak to you because all you're going to say is, yeah, just I dealt with this and I did this, yeah. And if you act like that and speak like that, of course, they're going to feel like, okay, you don't want to speak to me and now I don't want to speak to you, and it's just going to push you away. And then there is the physical connection. How can you keep your intimacy, your passion, your connection in that way? So, of course, you're distant, but there's never a better time to have phone sex, perhaps, if you're comfortable with that. Or telling each other that you've been thinking about each other intimately. Or like Googling some things that will help you to create that deeper connection. It may be new to you, so that's why I'm saying Googling it. You can buy books on it. Like, learn how to keep that side of your relationship alive. You may not be comfortable with phone sex. You may be comfortable, though, reading erotica together. You may be comfortable sharing your desires. If you're not, then finding another way to tell each other how much you miss each other, how much you love each other, what you would like to do to each other, when you see each other next. For some people, if that is completely shut down, if you're distant for a long time, then it can cause, again, a distance or a frustration, or they don't really want me. So there's never a better time a great time than to learn these things. The thing about great sex is that it starts in the mind, number one. And two, we're not born to know exactly everything about our bodies, everything that turns us on, everything that turns our partner on. We're not taught that. We're not given a manual. So you have to learn, you have to research, you have to read, you have to, like any other area of life, put some energy and some effort into it. I hope you find this video useful. Do subscribe to the show because I'm creating a lot more videos coming up. From my heart to yours, wishing you an amazing day or evening ahead whenever you're listening to this.